All right, welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
We're diving into the world of the Naginata today,
Oh, yeah.
which is a weapon that, you know,
It's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's way more than just a spear with a blade slapped on the end, right?
Sure, for sure.
We've got some really fascinating sources here, and we're going to unpack everything, the design, how you actually use it, and then the whole journey through history. So, should be a fun one.
Yeah, it's a weapon that tends to get, kind of overshadowed by the katana.
Right, yeah.
But it's got such a rich history and the techniques, like the depth of technique, there's so much to unpack.
Okay, so let's just get right to it then. What exactly are we talking about here? Like, if I've never seen one, what am I looking at?
So imagine this. You've got a wooden shaft,
Okay.
6, maybe 9 feet long.
Whoa, that's long.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you've got this curved blade.
Not just any spear.
No, not your average spear.
Yeah.
This blade, this could be 1 to 3 feet long. Yeah. And it's that curve. That's what really sets it apart,
So it's got the reach of a spear, but then it's also got the slicing power, like a sword.
Exactly.
That's pretty scary.
Intimidating. Yeah, definitely.
And the sources mentioned it's surprisingly light,
Yeah.
right?
Often less than 2 pounds.
For that size, I'd think it'd be...
You'd think it'd be much heavier. Yeah.
Yeah. It's made of wood, bamboo, metal. Is there a reason for those specific materials?
Oh, definitely not random choices. No.
Oh, okay.
So the shaft, usually wood or bamboo, right? That gave it flexibility and lightness.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you need that for those sweeping movements.
Right.
And then the blade itself,
Yeah.
usually forged steel, right? You need that sharpness and that durability, both for cutting and dethrusting.
So they really thought about it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Mobility and power, all in one.
Absolutely.
Okay. But it's not just the weapon itself.
Right.
There's a whole art to using it, the Naginatajutsu.
Exactly. Naginatajutsu is all about fluid movement using the weapon's momentum and that curved blade.
Okay.
You're using it all to your advantage.
I see.
And the techniques, I mean, they're so varied.
Yeah.
Sweeping cuts, targeted thrusts, even defensive maneuvers.
It's not just swinging around?
No. There's a real finesse to it.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, the sources mention some specific techniques. Naginata-giri, kiri-roshi, suki, kiri, and yuki.
Yeah.
Anything stand out to you about those? Any favorites?
Well, let's take kiri-roshi, for example.
Okay.
That's like a powerful downward slice, almost like an axe blow.
Wow.
Yeah. Often used to, break through armor.
Seriously?
Yeah. Imagine the force needed for that.
Whoa.
But then on the flip side, you have something like Naginata-giri.
Okay.
And with that one, you're using the weapon's momentum to create these wide circular cuts.
Look up.
Almost like a whirlwind of steel.
Wow.
Each technique has its own purpose, its own strategy.
It's a whole system.
It is, yeah.
Not just random moves.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about the history then.
All right.
When did this thing actually show up?
So the Naginata really starts popping up around the 14th century.
Okay.
And it quickly gains a reputation on the battlefield.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was favored among samurai.
Makes sense.
But here's the interesting part.
Yeah.
Ninjas used it too.
Really? I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
It's versatile.
Yeah.
It really lends itself to different fighting styles.
Huh. Okay, so you'd think a weapon like that would disappear in peacetime.
You would, yeah.
But our sources mention that it actually stayed popular, even during the Edo period, which is pretty peaceful, right?
Right, the Edo period, yeah.
So what kept it relevant? Why was it still around?
Well, that's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
In peacetime, the focus kind of shifted
Shifted
away from battlefield practicality and more towards refining the martial arts, but as disciplines.
Okay.
And the Naginata, with its complexity and elegance. Perfect fit.
Right.
It became a symbol of skill, artistry, even a tool for personal development.
So I'm picturing these elaborate demonstrations showing off their Naginata skills.
Yeah. And it wasn't just men either.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Women, especially samurai families,
Okay.
they were trained too.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was seen as a way to protect their homes, their families.
Wow.
A symbol of strength, resilience.
So it went from a battlefield weapon to something totally different.
Just nimble.
Symbol of discipline, feminine strength.
It really is.
That's quite the journey.
It is, yeah.
So we've covered the design, the techniques, all the history, the cultural impact. If you had to pick just one thing.
Oh, that's tough.
I know, right? But one thing that makes the Naginata truly unique. what would it be?
I think it's the adaptability. Spear, sword, battlefield, peacetime, masculine, feminine. It bridges the gap between it all.
It really does, yeah.
Weapon, self-improvement tool, symbol, all in one.
Well said, well said.
Thank you.
It really makes you think, if you were back in feudal Japan, would you pick up the Naginata?
Yeah.
What role would it play in your story?
Exactly.
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
See you later.